On the afternoon of April 8, 2009, an 8-year-old girl from Woodstock, Ontario disappeared. Victoria Stafford left her school at around 3:30 p.m. and never made it home. As of this recording, she hasn't been seen since. Because the local police were virtually non-existent in this case, it's not surprising that they were on the business end of a lot of public outrage, particularly until the provincial police finally had to take over. Given the circumstances, I'm going to try to be delicate about it, but I still have to agree. To begin with, the Oxford Community Police not only did not call an Amber Alert or immediately report Tori's disappearance to the public, but for the longest time they didn't even call it an abduction. The Ontario Provincial Police did that themselves, a full 9 days after she was taken. It seems that the only basis for any of these moves is this grainy surveillance video where a girl seemingly matching Tori's description is walking casually with a woman who remains unidentified. Thankfully, some sense is finally prevailing in this case, so far be it for me to tell a supposedly trained police officer how to do his or her job. However, my understanding is that if any adult other than a child's parent or guardian has taken possession of said child and gone into hiding, then it is an abduction. It doesn't matter how nicely they do it. After all, how many children have been lured over the years with promises of candy, toys, or a puppy? What if Tori's abductor claimed that her family was in trouble? There are a lot of ways to trick someone who's trusting, whether they're a child or not. Of course, the furthest sticking point in this logic is that, strictly speaking, it's impossible to be sure in the video if that girl is even Tori in the first place. For all we know, this could be any other mother and daughter minding their own business while the real Tori had been grabbed elsewhere. In other words, while the requirements of the Amber Alert are surprisingly strict, it does seem that hiding behind them here is due to an extremely dangerous presumption. Another really stupid move is that the Oxford police seem very certain that Tori is still in Woodstock, but what can they possibly base that on when they don't even know who took her in the first place? My apologies if this rant comes off as a little mean-spirited towards the local police, but the reality is that Tori can be anywhere. While the OPP is no doubt doing its best to leave no stone unturned, the fact is that they can only do so much without public help. Victoria Stafford is a thin, blonde-haired 8-year-old that was last seen wearing a black Hannah Montana jacket with a white fur-lined hood, a green shirt or sweater with pink lettering, a denim skirt, black leotards, and black shoes. The woman believed to have taken her apparently has straight dark hair, is dressed in dark trousers, a white puffy jacket, and has a bag slung over one shoulder. She is described as white, between 19 and 25 years of age, is about 5'2", and weighs about 120 to 125 pounds. If you see anyone matching either of these descriptions, please call the Ontario Provincial Police at 1-888-310-1122. One way or another, let's all do our part to bring Tori back home. That's it for me.